Hi everybody, welcome back to Garden Obsessed. I'm just enjoying the view right now. We're in the middle of a snowstorm, so I think we're forecasted to get between 20 and 40 centimeters. I'll put the inches down here so you can follow along with us metric folks. I wanted to make a video about a challenge I wanted to participate in this year. I kind of started this channel as part of a challenge last year. It was the Canadian Seed Challenge that was started by Hickory Croft Farms, and it was kind of set up like a swap. And they've made a few tweaks to it this year, but it's still very much, requesting and receiving seeds, which I think I talked about in one of my previous videos. I don't have a want or need for any seeds really. I could grow comfortably for many years with what I already have. So I was looking for a different kind of challenge this year. And I think I had heard about this one last year. I think it was started in 2020, so I think this is the third year. It's called the Single Seed Challenge, and it was started by Scott Head of Black Gumbo in 2020, and the premise being that you choose one thing that you're only going to grow one of. I think some people do grow, if you choose a pepper or a tomato seed or whatever it is that you choose to grow. Some people do grow more than one, but the idea is that you're starting one thing that you're going to take extremely good care of. Like, what can you accomplish by just planting one seed? So I gave it some thought. I really like this idea because it's using what you already have. I don't need to request anyone to send me anything else. And I think I have chosen, I've chosen a pepper seed. It's seeds that I did receive in a swap this year. Go see that video for that information. There was a seed haul video a few days ago where I talked about some seeds that I received in the only seed swap that I participated in this year, and it is my favorite. You get to provide wish lists, and I usually use it as an opportunity. Some seeds don't save very well, like onions, carrots are another one that have a relatively short lifespan. So I replenish those stocks through this swap as well every year. But one of the things I'm always on the lookout for is interesting peppers. So one of the peppers that I was sent this year, and this is what I have chosen for this seed challenge, is a pepper called Fidalgo Roxa. So this is what I received in the swap. There's probably at least a dozen seeds in there, but I'm only going to plant one. I've never grown it. I've been looking into it. It is a chili pepper, I believe, from, I think it was Brazil. There is a Roxa family of peppers. I believe there's only 3 peppers in the family. They all have similar coloring, which is one of the interesting things about it and one of the reasons why I want to grow it. They are kind of like a peachy apricot color, and they turn kind of pink with purple shoulders, so they're really pretty. And I think this pepper is also quite dark. It's got purple leaves and stems, and I've tried to look up the Scoville units, and I saw a vast array of numbers ranging, anything from, they're definitely hotter than a jalapeno. But the numbers I saw ranged from about 30,000 Scoville to 100,000 Scoville. So I think a habanero is around that 100,000 range. So they're you know, up to the heat of a habanero. And they just looked like a really pretty plant. And, you know, a hot pepper is also something that you don't need a lot of. So I knew like a chili of some sort might be a good choice for this single seed challenge, because I do only want to grow one. I don't want to have backups or anything like that. So because this was a seed swap, and because, you know, I don't know the true origin of these seeds, and I don't know, you know, what their germination rate is, I'm also going to be starting it early, so probably soon. Usually I start my peppers late February or early March. Sometimes hot peppers a little earlier. They can be a little slower. I have started them earlier than that in the past, and the problem that I run into is that I don't have anywhere to put them when they outgrow my grow light space. So I figure with one pepper, I can totally start one pepper super early because I only have to find one spot for it. So I think it's going to be really fun to baby this one plant. Like, it's going to get the premium optimum care. It's going to get fertilized on time. It's going to get watered every single day if it needs it. Starting it super early. We'll see, you know, maybe it'll be the first pepper I have that has fruit on it in this summer. Like, I think this is going to be really interesting, and it might also be interesting to see, you know, if there is much benefit to starting things super early, because, you know, for us northern gardeners, we have zone envy big time, watching southern folks plant, you know, outdoors in their frost-free soil in like April. You know, it's end of May before we're frost-free here. So it'll be interesting to see if like the peppers that I start on my usual schedule, you know, are able to catch up. Yeah, so I just wanted to tell you guys about this challenge that had me excited and what I had chosen for it. And let's go get this planted. Okay guys, I've got my one seed picked out here. Just gonna get my tweezers, and I've started a couple things seed starting. I didn't make a video about it because it's not things that I think most people are going to be growing. These pelleted seeds that you can see, these are all Lysianthus, and then I had a few eucalyptus seeds left over that I just threw in there. I had 3 different kinds and only 7 or 8 seeds of each, so I threw those in too. I'm going to be starting, I think, some rosemary. Rosemary is really slow growing, so I figured I could get away with starting it now. But in this cell right here, we're going to plant my pepper for the one seed challenge. I'm going to try to shove it down a little bit. I should have made a little hole first. But there, he's in there. And he's all buried. So that's the start of the one seed challenge. Now, what I'm going to do with this tray, once I get my rosemary in these other cells here that aren't seeded yet, I have a humidity dome that will go on this, and this will go on a heat mat. Peppers and Lysianthus and a lot of seeds benefit from having a little bottom heat. So that should help my pepper. And I think I forgot to mention, I got sidetracked when I was explaining, but you know, not knowing the origin of the seed and starting so early will allow me a chance to start again if this one doesn't germinate. So typically peppers, I find, are between 7 and 14 days to germinate. And if you get to, you know, that 20 day mark, that and you still haven't seen your pepper germinate, it's probably not going to. So at that time, you know, it'll be late January, but it'll still be plenty early and lots of time. I'll be able to plant another one, because there's no cheating on the single seed challenge. We don't want to have backups. So, or at least that's my approach. No judgment if that's what you're doing, but here I'm gonna try to do just the single seed. So now we're all planted and ready to go. And I hope you come back for future videos. I will be sharing things as I plant. Maybe I will just say one more thing. You'll notice that I planted into soil blocks. I did get a soil blocker last year, and I played with it some last year. I wanted to make sure, you know, I knew kind of, I was familiar with it, and I knew a little bit what I was talking about before I shared. But I will be starting most of my seeds this way this year, and I'll explain more about that as we go on the seed starting journey. Thanks for watching. See you next time.